If you know you are one of these married people planning to travel abroad with their spouses, maybe you are planning to jackpot with your wife, or you are planning to jackpot with your husband and your children, please listen carefully. I want to beg every one of you. Because it is a good thing, like I have clearly stated in my previous contents, if a man and a wife who have proper marital understanding travel together abroad to make money, it is so sweet. But one of the biggest challenges we are facing when it comes to couples traveling abroad today is the inability of one of these couples, especially, to be loyal to the marriage. There are many husbands and wives who sold their properties back home in Africa, or in the name of relocating, or in the name of migrating, or in the name of jackpotting abroad. In some cases, they even went with their children. But after landing in some of these countries, the women now saw how the law in many of these countries are favoring women. And these laws are there to protect women. These laws are not there for women to exploit their husbands. But it is so unfortunate that in a lot of cases, many of our African women are using these laws abroad to damage and ruin the lives of their husbands. It is so painful. When you are leaving Africa with your husband to travel abroad, the goal is to come here and make money. Stay true to that goal. But there are some cases that when some of our women come here, they start to see their husbands less of a person. Your husband was an handsome man in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Africa before you traveled. But as soon as you went to Europe, came to Yankee, went to Canada, went to UK, that was when you realized that your husband lacked six-pack. That was when you realized that your husband was no longer handsome. This is a man who paid your bride price. And in many of the time, this man used his hard-earned money to process visas for you, him, in some cases with the children, to relocate. But at the end of the day, there are many of our women here in diaspora who have driven their husbands out of the homes that they are paying the rent. I am not here to spite our women. I am here to advise every one of us. Don't forget, whenever an African wife puts her husband in one chance vehicle, that woman is spoiling the chances of other 20 African women from coming abroad. Please, if you have an understanding wife, being here abroad with your wife is the best. But if you have a woman you cannot control, if you have a woman who doesn't listen to you, leave her back home in Africa. Because if you bring a woman here who is not loyal, if you bring a woman here who you cannot talk to for her to listen, if you bring her abroad, your days in that marriage are numbered. My African sisters, African men, now still be the best for una. Not let Oyibo movies brainwash una. Your husband is the head, money or no money. Be loyal to your husbands today.